Hello, hello, it's Kevin here. Time for a letter. So, welcome. Well, first, if you're in my Telegram group, OET right now, welcome. There's been quite a few new members joined in the last day or two. And one or two of you have posted letters, and I will try to get round to them. If possible, this is the first. So, first things first, though. Just for YouTube purposes, disclaimer, fair use, non-profit, etc., etc. Okay, get that out of the way. Because we've got the criteria here. Official OET criteria, again, fair use, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I don't want any complainage about that. And a letter, let's take a look. Now, first off, I can see there's some grammar and vocab, and we'll take a look at those. And I'll refer to the criteria if need be. So, for most of your purposes, a B 350 plus will do. So, we need 2 55555. That's essentially it. We've got the purpose, content, conciseness, genre, organization, and language. So, we'll take a look at these if required. Okay, so let's have a look. So, who are you writing to? Mr. Jacobs, Rehabilitation. Now, I'm not going to look at the case notes, although I have them. I have them all. I remember this one. This is one about, so like he's 69 or something. He's in his 60s, some kind of a vet, ex-army vet. Lives in a caravan with chickens, outdoor shower, all this kind of thing. Knee replacement, and he's got some issues with drinking and kind of smoking and etc. etc. Now, one of the reasons why I don't look at the notes when I'm reviewing these, and I've said this before in other letters, is that realistically speaking, this document should be all that the reader needs, and it would probably be all they actually have. So I shouldn't have to refer to the notes to understand what you're saying. If you see what I'm trying to say, yeah. So it should be clear here in what you write, or say. If I've got to start scratching my head, if anything here is not clear, then it's not really worked. So that's the first thing. This is one reason why I don't like to have a notes and say, that's what is me. That's what she was talking about. All clear now. Should be clear here. Yeah, that's the main thing. Now, Mr. McDonald, who undergone? So, either underwent knee replacement surgery, or, now if we're using the simple past, usually tell us when, who underwent replacement surgery on the 22nd, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if you're not going to give us any indication of when the surgery occurs, and you would probably use present perfect, who has, maybe recently, okay, was recently undergone. So, if you're using undergone, the free, present perfect, has undergone. One of the reasons we use present perfect is indefinite time. We don't know, it's not important, or it emphasizes the action rather than the time. So if you use a simple past, who underwent, you'd have to tell me when. When did he undergo? Underwent, undergone. When. But we don't have it, so present perfect here works better. It was recently undergone knee replacement surgery into your care to start post-operation, or you could say maybe post-operative as an adjective, post-operative rehabilitation. Okay, so Mr. McDonald. Now, what you usually do is you put some kind of a date on, like your paragraphs. So there's a reference. So on the to know what is it? On the 20th of December, blah blah blah, Mr. McDonald underwent. Okay. So simple past. Miss McDonald underwent. So I would probably put some kind of a date there on some kind of date. Miss McDonald underwent left knee replacement surgery due to ongoing osteoarthritis. After surgery, the patient experienced severe pain, which was, don't forget, controlled with morphine and ketamine infusion. Post-operative urinary retention was, so don't forget these, so if you're using passive, yeah, was controlled, was resolved. Was controlled with, was resolved with amphitriptyline, which is under terms. He have been, right, so first thing here that this particular author, and you know who you are, got to work on tenses, past tenses. There's too many grammatical mistakes here. Okay? So, Mr. McDonald underwent surgery. After surgery, the patient experienced, or he. If you don't want to use a patient, just use a pronoun, he. Severe pain which was controlled, or severe pain, a comma, controlled with. Okay? Was resolved with. Agitation, signs of delirium tremens. He have been experiencing. So, if it's present perfect continuous, if it's he has been experiencing. Okay? Indicates possible alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Well, it's not possible, is it? It's actual. Agitation, so he has been, or you say, he has been experiencing agitation, signs of delirium, tremens, possibly indicative, you could do that, of alcohol withdrawal. Now, moreover, he has insomnia and snores mostly at night. Well, so do I. I think you'll find most people snore mostly at night. Now, I know what you mean. There's something here in the case notes. I seem to remember something about sleep studies. Having some trouble with snoring, insomnia. So there's something about that there. But and snores mostly at night, as opposed to what? In the day. So I think that needs to be reworded there. Mr. McDonald lives alone. So not simply saying Mr. McDonald. So I might put something like, please note, Mr. McDonald lives alone. We don't want short sentences. Put a comma. Has a history of gout and hypertension, to which he takes blah, 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 blah. In addition to this, post-operative treatment plan. He normally consumes sentences daily. So, if you're not careful, it's going to look like a series of case notes that you've simply copied and pasted into the page, which is not what they want. They don't want this short sentence, short sentence, short sentence, short sentence, he. Join your sentences, make them complex, either with a comma, a conjunction, and relatives, a pronoun, that, which, who, whom, whose. Not he, because that's essentially case notes simply copied out, which is not what they want at all. Perhaps in the caravan, that's both plumbing and electricity. Okay, now, you need to tell me, right, lives alone, history of gout, okay. We appreciate it if you could start Mr. McDonald's physiotherapy. Possessive. Resident check suitable. Now, I think, again, if I remember from my notes, it's not just about can you check, because he lives in a caravan, he cooks on a barbecue, and he's got an outdoor shower. So obviously it's not particularly suitable. So I think there's something more in the case notes about you saying basically he needs to go into, yeah, I mean, that's, you want him to go into your unit, I think, because that would make more kind of sense than saying, he lives with a caravan and he's got no plumbing and electric. Can you check if this is suitable? Well, I would have imagined it's obviously not. You don't need to say, can you check his caravan that has no electric or water to see if it's suitable, because obviously it isn't. So anyway, opportunity, shoot to recuperation, but it seems to think I think shoots additionally, shoots covers up 10 days. So you want to watch this because it just looks like case notes just put onto paper. It's not what you're supposed to be doing. This shoots covers up 10 days. Also, special follow-up required in 6 weeks. Any queries? Blah blah blah. Okie doke. So past tenses. First, we need to look at tenses, okay? So, is it simple past? Then we need to know when. If it's present perfect, indefinite time, connecting past and present, we don't. I put a date. When did the surgery occur? Don't forget your articles. Don't forget passive. Your form of be. Am, are, is, was, were. Was controlled, was resolved. Word order. Like here. He has been experiencing agitation, etc. Please note, don't just go, boom, Mr. McDonald lives alone without any connection. Please note, for your information, living alone, history, usually it's good to group your information. You could put, please note, he has a history of gout and da-da-da-da. Also, he lives alone in the caravan. So I would maybe put that thing about lives alone, put that in with the caravan electricity. So you're telling me he's got nobody there to look after him. Or put that lives alone and join this. So we're grouping like information. Yeah? So he lives alone with his pets in a caravan. That's no plumbing and electricity. Put that first. History of gout, paracetamol, no one comes to use alcohol daily. Who doesn't? But appreciated. Okay. So I want to be group that a little bit there. Watch those past tenses though. That's the stuff that really needs the attention here. Anyway, so it's quite a lot. Changes there. I'll just pull it back so you can see, and I'll post the corrected letter in my Telegram group. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is below. If you want to come and join, then you can download all this stuff from the Telegram group because it's available there. So hope that helps. So purpose needs to be immediately clear. So purpose is good. Content's not too bad. Length's good. Okay. Some grammar though, as I say. Some grammar stuff. Organization's not too bad. Writing, clinical, factual. Some inconsistencies. So it's not too bad. But the main thing here though is essentially articles, past tenses. That's gonna pull things down a bit. Minor strain. Does it interfere with actual meaning? Because if it's too inaccurate and it interferes with, so me, the reader, examiner, we're not quite clear when it happened. So who, what, why, when, how? If we're asking those kind of questions, then that means that your language score is going to be a little bit low. Anyway, hope that helps. I'll get back to the group. I'm hoping to make another couple of videos this afternoon and get through some of your letters. So if you've got any comments, you can write to me on Telegram, and I hope that helps. I'll see you soon.